بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فهد or أبا زيد. What's your name حبيبي? See, because I don't have your name, I cannot remember it. إبراهيم.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. أبا زيد, what's your name? طيب خلاص I'll start إن شاء الله. Today we're gonna take a light إن شاء الله, light يعني class. We might also finish early. We started late and we finished early, and we might only have to continue next lecture. So today we want to talk more about like few things that we've already talked about, okay, and things that are يعني you encounter every day at school, relating to how to contact and how to deal with women's around you, okay, and girls around you. I know you all go to school, so you are surrounded, or most of you are in public schools or mixed schools, okay? So how do we deal with the ladies around us, okay? First of all, before we go deep into that, we want to talk about things that inside of you, okay, and things that surrounding you that affects your decision and how to control these things, okay. One of them, sorry, one second, let's see, slide before. Okay, so one of them, we'll start by saying a verse from the Quran. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, the one who feared standing before his Lord, so the one who fears standing in front of Allah, and restrain the nafs, restrain himself from the bad desire that it desires, paradise will be his refuge. So paradise will be the place that he will go to. Imagine that just by controlling yourself, just by controlling your actions, you're guaranteed paradise. And also a notice here, Allah said the one who controls himself. Allah did not say the one who never felt the desire, okay? So we all have feelings, different feelings, but we act upon what we have to act upon, okay? We don't act upon the desire. So feeling something is not a sin. And what do you do when you feel something? Okay. When you feel things, that's the test. The test is the feelings that you have. Will you act upon that or will you not act upon that? Okay. I want to also mention something about the nafs. Okay. Your inner self. Okay. Your inner self are three types. Okay, Allah described the nafs as three different kinds. Okay, not three parts, three different kinds. Okay, the first kind is the nafs al-ammara bis-su', is the nafs that constantly asks you or command you or takes you toward the evil, the not good things. Okay. That's the nafs that we don't want. Okay, we don't want to be this kind of people. Uh, and the second nafs is the, sorry, one second. Yeah, so the second nafs is النفس اللوامة. Okay, so this is the nafs that makes you feel guilty when you do something bad. Okay, it shows you the bad, it makes you know that this is a bad thing. Okay, sometimes you might do something, okay, but you don't know if it's halal or haram, but you feel if it's wrong. Okay, you feel there's that feeling that there's something bad about this. So what do? You go look into it, and sometimes you find that it was actually something not good. So that's the nafs al-lawama. Nafs al-lawama, okay, it tells you what's wrong and what's bad, okay? But there is another step above that. What's that step? Or what's that nafs? An-nafs al-mutma'inna, okay? A nafs, that nafs is in peace, okay? Gives you the full control, okay, and always guides you toward good, always guides you and takes you toward doing good things, okay, and makes you feel good, uh, guides you toward, inshallah, becoming successful in life and making a lot of money, becoming strong and independent. Okay, that's this nafs. It makes everything easy for you. It also takes you away from the bad things. Okay, it helps you stay away from the sinning. Okay, so um, we talked about the nafs. There's also another factor that also um, affects us, okay, and affects our decisions, which is the shaitan. The shaitan always tries to take you toward the wrong path, right? Always tries to tell you do the bad things, okay? Makes it look like it's the right thing to do. Okay, that's what the shaitan does. The only thing that the shaitan or the jinn is capable of doing is just giving you these thoughts that doing this bad thing is right. Okay, it just tries to tell you that doing the bad thing is right. Okay, but you understand that it's bad, so you don't do it. And when we say khatawat shaitan, the shaitan is very smart. Okay, the shaitan does not come and tell you, oh, look, all of this, okay, do it right now. The shaitan comes and tells you, oh, it's only do it this time. You're not going to do it again. Oh, you're only doing this part of it. You're not doing all of it. That's fine. Okay, that's how the shaitan comes to you. This is what's called خطوات الشيطان. And these خطوات, okay, their small footsteps takes you toward the wrong direction, okay? And we're going to talk about how we control these things in a second, okay? Or in the next lecture if we did not have time. So the shaitan starts with something small, okay, and keeps building, like a small look, okay, one look, okay, I'm just gonna look this time, okay, and then takes you onto doing other things, okay, or I'm just gonna send this message this time, okay, I'm not gonna send any message anymore, okay, and then a message after a message, and then these messages becomes something else, okay, or I'm just joking. Okay, I said this thing is just a joke. Okay, so be careful when whatever is haram. Okay, do not do it, even if it's like the tiniest thing ever, because that's خطوات الشيطان. Takes you from small things to bigger and bigger. And by the time you realize, okay, you by the time you uh, figure out that the shaitan actually got you to this point, would be like too much, okay? Now, uh, I want to go back, okay, and also mention the haya, okay, here in this class. Why do I want to mention haya in this class? Because haya is related also to preventing you from the bad deeds, okay? Because haya is doing things according to your values, okay? So your values are Muslim values, and Muslim values does not allow him to do the bad things, the sins, okay? Again, haya is not shyness, okay? Completely two different things, okay? Uh, so haya, when you stop yourself because you have standards, okay? Even if no one is watching, okay? Uh, the Prophet said, Al-haya la ya'ti illa bi khayr. Haya brings nothing except good. Imagine, whatever comes from haya is good. And also the Prophet said, Al-haya shu'ba min al-iman. So it's haya is a branch of iman. So it's part of iman. So it's inner part of iman. Okay, shu'ba is like a branch. A branch of a tree is an inside part of a tree, like a part that you cannot take out of a tree. Okay, tree without branches becomes a stick. So your haya and your faith are directly connected. Of course, they rise and fall. Okay, I want you to understand that. Okay, that our iman rises and falls, but when it rises and falls, that depends on our actions. Okay, and that's sometimes part of the test. Okay, so what do? We do more good deeds. We're going to talk more, okay, how to raise our iman, how to raise our haya. Okay, in your school, okay, example, the culture or your friends would think that the guy who has limits is not cool. Okay, they might say, oh, this guy is not funny, he's not doing these things, okay, he's not allowing us to do these things, okay, oh man, come on, it's a joke. Okay, they think that uh, this is how you should live your life. But we're Muslims, okay? They do not have values, we have values. Okay, and the Prophet again said, ليس الشديد بالسرعة إنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب. That, okay, we want to take it from another perspective. The Prophet said, the strong man is not the man that wrestles others and do the physical things. Okay, so the strong man is not the physically capable man. No, it's the man who's emotionally capable of controlling himself. Right? Prophet said, ليس الشديد بالسرعة, not the physically capable. الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب. Ghadab is an emotional thing. When you are capable of controlling your emotions, that's when you're a strong man. Okay? I don't know if you remember not last class, the one before, we talked about emotions, we talked about uh, how do we control our emotions, okay, how do we get independence, okay, based on like from our parents, based on showing them that we're capable of controlling ourselves. Okay, so that's a quick note on haya. Okay, haya is your standards. Haya meaning that when you want to do something, when you're about to do something, you remember Allah. You remember that Allah is looking at you, okay? And you remember your standards. Okay. Now, 3 tools, okay, you need before talking to girls. okay? And things that you have to understand when being around girls or talking to girls. Tool number one, muraqabah. These tools will help you, okay, be always in the right side, okay, and not do sins. Number one, muraqabah. Allah is always watching. You have to know that Allah is always watching, and you have two angels, okay, your left side and your right side, and they're writing your good deeds and bad deeds. So when you know that Allah is always watching, and Allah in the Quran also said, يَعْلَمُ خَائِنَةَ الْأَعْيُنِ وَمَا تُخْفِي الصُّدُورِ. He knows what the eye is looking at, or what the eye is thinking about, and what the chest is hiding. Okay? So Allah specifically mentioned, okay, the eye, and specifically mentioned that He knows every look. So every place that you look at, Allah knows. Okay? So before any choice that you make, remember that. Say in your head, Allah is seeing me right now. Okay? Will I do it? And that's also, okay, I don't want you to be scared, okay? But I don't want that to be something that scares you. Because if you look at it from another angle, okay, even if you go in a bad time, you can tell yourself that Allah is watching me right now and He's going to take care of me. Okay, so Allah is always watching you. And when you do the good deeds, Allah takes care of you. Okay, and even if you do the bad deeds, okay, Allah will forgive you when you ask for forgiveness, and will guide you toward the good things, okay, when you work toward it. So how do you practice this tool? How do you get used to this tool? How do you know how to use it? Okay, very simple. Think now. Think about the last time you were alone, okay, or you did something that no one saw, okay, and think about if Allah saw you, would have you done it or not? Okay, if someone was watching you, would have you done it or not? Okay, so the muraqabah is something that helps you, okay, be in control of yourself even if no one is around you. Okay, tool or note number 2. These feelings that you get, okay, these urges that you get, they're like a wave. Okay, so understand that when you have these feelings, when you have the urge to do something, okay, that urge is like a wave. It has a peak, and then that peak, it drops and it disappears. Okay, so it rises, peaks, and then it falls on its own. And that usually is between 10 to 20 minutes. Okay, so your job when you have these desires, okay, your job is to let it fall down. Do not act upon it until it falls down. Once it falls down, you don't have to do something. You don't have to do anything. Okay, just remember that these feelings are like a wave. Okay, it comes and then goes by itself. Okay, so whatever you feel, don't act upon it immediately, and give it time to disappear. And if you remember again the tools that we talked about regarding controlling emotions, the 7 tools, like changing the position, playing sports. What else did we say? Playing sports, position, making wudu, salah, dhikr. Okay, all of these applies here. Okay, these would help you. Okay, not act the same exact time, and it would give you time. Okay, for that wave to just fall by itself. And the Prophet said that wudu, okay, is very good to release the anger and release any urges that you have. Okay, any desire that you have, wudu will help you wash it away. So when the wave hits, what do? You say, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim." You do physical moves. Okay, you stand up, leave the room, close your phone. Okay, put it aside, do something. Okay, if you have salah, do your salah. If you read Quran, read Quran. Okay, do something physically. Then if you want, you can make wudu. Okay, afterward. And you can also go do sports. Okay, so you can do all of these things when you feel an urge to do something. Okay, and you know it's haram and you don't have to, you should not do it. You say "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim." You physically move. Okay, you change the place you're in. You change the whatever you're doing. Okay, you do the salah, you do the dhikr, you do wudu. Okay, your goal is just to wait until that waves drop and goes away. Okay, you cannot butt heads with it. You can just let it fall down by itself. How do you make it fall down by itself? Again, the things that we said, and distract yourself. Okay, distract yourself from that urge. Okay, have something else that occupies your mind. Number 3, okay, third tool or third note, have a plan. Okay, have a personal plan for yourself. If there's a sin that keeps happening, keeps repeating, okay, and you want to stop it, you just want to stop it and end it. Okay, have a plan, make a plan. When that thing happens, I'm gonna do this. Okay, everyone has a specific moment that gets tested in it. Okay, and the Prophet did not just give us general advice. Okay, he gave us specific responses for specific moments, like the dua. Okay, dua when you feel a desire or temptation would be اللهم إني أسألك الهدى والتقوى والعفاف والغنى. Okay, that's a dua when you feel a desire. Okay, you can make this dua that helps you. Okay, that should be part of your plan. Okay, add a dua to it. In English, "Oh Allah, I ask you for guidance, taqwa, chastity, and sufficiency." Okay, or richness. So build your own plan. When this happens, okay, I will do this. I will then do this, and then if something happens again, I'm gonna close this, make dua, find a specific dua for whatever you're fighting. Okay, and know that you're fighting against shaitan. Okay, all of you, inshallah, all of you, I'm pretty sure, mashallah, you're here, then you're here to learn. Okay, and you're very close to Allah. Okay, so all of you have the higher nafs. Okay, the nafs al-mutma'inna. Okay, but then there's the shaitan. The shaitan always tries and get you to do the sins. So this plan ensures that you fight the shaitan and you win against him. Okay. Um, and one of the best things to do is make a plan. When this happens, based on the tools that we learned, okay, I will do this and this and that. Okay. And whatever you feel that leads you toward that sin, remove it, cancel it, change it. Okay. So that this is part of the plan. Also, the plan is not only after you have the feelings, the plan is also before you have the feelings. Okay. These are things that does things that are leading me toward the sin. I will cancel them, change them. Okay. I will do this and that about them. Okay. And now let's talk about specifically girls. Okay. And situations in your school. Okay. Most of you, I believe, go to public school, and then you have a lot of girls in school in your classroom. You have assignments together. Okay. How do we deal with that? What do we do? Okay. Do we say they're friends? Do we say they're classmates? Who they are? How do we talk to them? Okay. We're gonna explain a few things right now, okay, that guides this environment. And I just want you to understand that I'm not gonna pretend, okay, or tell you to avoid all girls, okay, for the next 5 years. Okay, that's not realistic, and that's not how Islam tells us to do it. Okay, Islam guides us toward how to navigate the situation and how to live around people, but based on your Islamic values. So some things that are prohibited in allowed in Islam. Okay, and there are things that they're fine. Okay, like you have classrooms, okay, and then in the classroom some of the students are girls. That's fine, you can be in the class. Okay, Islam does not say that's haram. You work on a group project, that's also halal. Okay, you can work on a group project, but there are limits, there are boundaries, there are things that controls how these things work. Okay, you learn from the teacher. The teacher is a girl, female. You can learn from her. You learn from a student. Okay, you have a student who is teaching you something. Okay, that student is a girl. You can learn from her. Okay, being respectful and polite to everyone. Okay, so Islam tells us to be respectful and polite to everyone, but at the same time there are boundaries, okay, for that. Things that are not okay, things that are not Islamically okay and they are prohibited. Example is being completely alone in a private space with a girl. Okay, the classroom is empty, no one in the classroom except a male student and a female student. Okay, and they're not related to each other. This is Islamically prohibited. Okay, this is not okay. Physical contact, like handshakes, hugs, touches, this is also not Islamically allowed. Okay, this is prohibited. Flirting, okay, sending messages or sending letters, okay, late night conversations, okay, these are not permitted, these are prohibited. Building, one note on these two things. Some people might say, oh, you have to be polite. shake my hand. Okay, no, I am polite in asking and telling you that I'm not gonna shake your hand. Okay, because my Islamic values tells me not to do that, right? So if they try and push you toward being polite, or toward asking you to be polite and nice to people, and push you with that to do like things that are haram, okay, that's not being polite anymore. That's doing a sin. So you don't do a sin to be polite. A sin is a sin. You can be polite, you can be nice without doing sins. Okay. Uh, Another thing, okay, building a deep private emotional relationship. Okay. Uh, Girlfriend, this is my close friend, this is best friend forever. These are haram when they are with females. Okay. Uh, you cannot have a girlfriend. Okay, I'm gonna also mention more few things about this. Okay, but these are haram. And now, right now, you're not at the time that you're capable of continuing a relationship or building a family. Okay, so these connections, okay, are not toward your like the path that leads to success in your life. Okay, so it's haram for a reason, and these are not things that are haram for no reason. They're haram for reasons. The reasons to protect your future, to protect yourself, to make sure that this leads to a better life in the future, to on a higher level, to protect the society, to protect the family, right? One more thing that's also haram, looking at someone with desire. Okay, letting your eyes linger. Okay, and another word, scanning the body. Okay, that's haram. Okay, uh, the first look, okay, or looking by accident is fine, but then you take your eyes away from the person. Okay, so few notes here again on the girlfriend situation and why it's not halal. Okay, first of all, the concept itself, okay, is not something that any part of it is not something that goes with Islam. All of it is against Islam and against the values of Islam and against the values of having a family, a strong connections. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you're Muslim. Muslim grows up, okay, when he's capable of getting married, he gets married. Okay, and we have a process for getting married. You get to know the girl first, khutbah, and then you marry the girl. Okay, right now, when you have a girl, okay, who you think she's the best girl, okay, she's the girl that I want to continue my life with her. Number one, you ask yourself, are you capable of building a family right now? Are you do you have a job? Did you finish your studying? Do you have a source of income? Your answer will be no. When your answer is no, okay, what's the conclusion? This is not the right time uh, to proceed in such a thing. Okay, this is not the right time. Okay, uh, to have something in my life. Okay, that I wanna take it to lead toward marriage. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you might be thinking, oh, this is the perfect girl. This is the only girl. I cannot imagine myself. Okay. Remember, first of all, you're still young. Okay. And if you remember, we said that you're growing emotionally and physically. Part of growing emotionally, okay, is thoughts changes. So you don't know if that girl is gonna be a good girl after she grows up or not. That's number one. Number two, you yourself will change. Your values will change. The way you look at life will change. Maybe right now you think this girl is good because she only looks good. Okay. In a few years from now, you will understand. Okay, no, it's not only about being funny or being good looking. Okay, that's not uh, who you want your wife to be. No, you have other values. You have higher values. Okay, you want a woman that protects herself, protects her family. Okay, takes care of you. Okay, the whole mentality, the whole perspective about life changes. So you're not right now at a good time to make a decision and to make a choice that this is the right thing or this is the wrong thing. Okay, or this is the right person or this is the wrong person. So you're not capable. You don't know if you actually what you're thinking about is right or wrong. You don't know if the other person is actually a good person or a bad person. Okay, all of these things that indicates or tells you that this is not the right stage, okay, for that thing. Once you grow up, inshallah, okay, uh, during university, after you finish university, okay, you want to get married, you go to your mother or you see a person, okay, in your school, in your university, okay, or you see a person in your work who's a good person. What do? The Islamic approach, okay, you take the contact of that person, you go to your family, go to your mother, this is the person that I would like to continue my life with. This is their contact. I want my you and dad to go to her parents, okay, and ask them, okay, get to know them, get to know the girl more, okay, and from there continues the process, okay. That's how Islamically it's approached. But right now you're not at the stage that you know any part of these things, okay. Another thing, why does Islam protects you from having emotional connections with girls at this stage? Okay, because it harms you emotionally. Because in on top of the um, emotions that you have regarding your life, okay, regarding um, the new emotions that you're experiencing, okay, we said that you're right now emotionally growing, so you're experiencing new emotions. Now on top of that you're adding another layer, okay, of um girls emotions and girls connections, okay, and these feelings and feeling lost and having your heart broke, okay. Now that's layer that should not intervene right now. You should not have this layer, okay. That's something that will distract you, that will lead you toward bad places, okay. So Islam is just protecting you, Islam is guiding you, okay. You're all capable. But imagine right now I bring to you the hardest math problem, okay, from university last year, okay. I can show you right now equations of integration and limits, okay. If you know what integration and limits, or quadratic equation and cubic equations, that you, even by looking at the equation, you cannot know that this is a quadratic equation or a cubic equation, okay. Or like a multiplication equation, I can give you a very hard equation. Inshallah, when you're in university and you're in last year, you will be able to solve these equations, okay. But you've took that step by step. Okay, step one, you understood the multiplication and you added on top of that until you understand these complex equations. Same thing with emotions. Right now, you're not at the stage that emotionally, okay, you're ready to encounter these things. This is not the stage of your life that you're ready for these things. So Islam protects you, tells you that this is not the stage. When you're not capable, take that, put it aside. Take these thoughts, put it aside. Okay? These are not the right thoughts. Okay? If shaitan keeps coming to you, okay, tells you, no, this is the person, I cannot find person like that in life ever. Remember also that this is rizq from Allah. Okay? If Allah wrote something for you, rizq, you will get it. Right now, you're not at the stage that you can proceed with that. Once you're old, an older, mature, more mature person, you can go and try and proceed with that. Okay? You can work toward what you want, toward finding the right person. Okay? If that person still right at that stage, okay, you will find them. If Allah has wrote for you that person, you will find them. Okay? But right now, you're not. All of these thoughts, put it on the side. Take it all, put it on the side. Okay? That's not your focus right now. Okay, right now, focus on building yourself. Focus on becoming a mature person. So you accelerate the process. So you become ready earlier. Okay? So you become ready to get married earlier. Okay? But if you focus right now, distract yourself with these thoughts, you will not be ready to get married earlier. Okay? And all of that is also rizq from Allah. And it's something that Allah has written for you. Okay. Let's see. One second. Let me see what's left. So let's finish this and we'll finish the class, inshallah. So lowering the gaze, what does it actually mean? Okay. Allah said in the Quran, قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم ويحفظوا فروجهم. Tell the believing men to lower their gaze and guard their private parts and guard themselves. Okay? Lowering is not like closing the eyes. Okay? I'm not imagining you closing your eyes or just looking on the floor the whole time. Okay? The scholars said that the accident look, okay, is not a sin. But lowering the gazes comes after the accident or trying to prevent the accident. Okay? Lowering the gazes, if you saw something bad, you look away. You look on the other side. You look aside from that. Okay? Do not trace that thing with your eyes. Okay? So the second glance or tracing that by eye becomes a sin. And the Prophet said, لا تتبعوا النظرة النظرة. Do not follow the look, another look. What does this look like in school? Practical situation. A girl walks past you, okay, in the corridor, in the lobby, okay, catches your attention. First thing, you look away. You look on a different direction. You glance away, okay. You don't have to do it in a like weird way. Like look to the side very quick, or no. You saw something, you look away from that thing, okay. So just distract your eyes naturally, okay. Do it in a smooth way. It's, by the way, it's a very small move, okay. So very small, like tiny adjustment of your eye that takes your vision away from the haram thing. In class, another situation. In class, if you're talking to someone, okay, and you have some eye contact, that's fine, okay, but you're not supposed to look at that person, okay, and try to admire them, try to okay, look at their body and scan them, in another word, okay. So during conversation, okay, normal eye contact, that's fine, but we said not extensive look. So just to explain, you're not supposed to look at the ground when you're talking to a girl, okay. I'm not saying things that are impractical. I'm saying things that are very practical, that are okay. Everyone is every Muslim men who is working toward success in life is doing, and they show you as a strong man. They show you as a man with, in your words, with aura, right? What do you gain from lowering the gaze? Imagine, just by lowering your gaze, you gain something. من غض, the Prophet said, من غض بصره عن محاسن امرأة أورثه الله حلاوة عبادة يجدها في قلبه. So whoever lower his gaze from what's not permitted, Allah will place in his heart sweetness of worship. Okay? Sweetness of worship in his heart that he will always feel. So Allah, when you do this small action, Allah puts more things in your heart toward doing more good deeds. Okay? There's a scholar, I forgot his name, but he said there's a paradise on earth that if a Muslim did not feel, he will not feel the paradise in the hereafter. What does that mean? That when you are connected with Allah, when you're a good Muslim, when you are Allah is taking care of you, you will feel as if your life is paradise. You'll feel everything sweet, everything is calm, everything is the way you want it. Okay, these feelings are almost like this life is heaven. Okay, so when you have these feelings, that's an indicate that Allah that you're connected with Allah, okay, and that Allah is accepting your deeds. Allah is I don't know the translation, راضي عنك, okay. You hear your mother tells you Allah يرضى عنك, okay. That's asking Allah to accept your deeds, okay, and accept you. So when you do that, when you connect with Allah, when you do the good things, your life becomes much happier, much nicer. Okay, you're content. You're everything you want, you happens to you. Okay, that's what you gain. You gain way more than what you stay away from. Way more. And we're almost done, so it becomes more. So I want you to do a test, okay, and to practice this. Focus on your eyes and guard your gaze seriously for the next 2 weeks, okay. And I want you to notice what changes and how salah feels and how the good deeds feels, okay. That's something I want you to practice for the next 2 weeks. Okay, focus on this. Focus on your eyes. Focus on guarding your eyes. Okay, we are done for today. We will talk about this finish inshallah next time. We had Kahoot. By the way, please make sure you attend the lecture next time at 7 p.m. Okay, some of you came on time, some of you came late. So please be at 7. Come at 7 so we do not have to take extra time after 8. Tamam, inshallah. See you inshallah in the next lecture, and have a good night, habibi. مع السلامة.
مع السلامة يا أستاذ.
مع السلامة حبيبي.
السلام عليكم.